Explosive. U.S. court orders FBI, DEA to release secret records on Nigeria's President Tinubu. What they're hiding uncovered. Welcome to the Business News Report, your trusted source for the latest business news and insights. You're about to hear a story that could reshape how millions see Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu. And it all starts with a bombshell U.S. court ruling. In an unprecedented move, a federal judge in the United States has ordered two of America's most powerful law enforcement agencies, the FBI and DEA, to release long-buried records tied to criminal investigations involving Tinubu. These documents, which have been shrouded in secrecy for decades, may now expose shocking details about his past financial dealings and alleged connections to drug trafficking and money laundering. The ruling comes after years of legal battles spearheaded by technology entrepreneur Aaron Greenspan and Nigerian journalist David Hunderin. They filed a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit demanding transparency from the U.S. government. But here's the twist. Instead of complying, both the FBI and DEA tried to dodge the request using something called the GLOMAR response. This legal loophole allows agencies to neither confirm nor deny the existence of records related to someone or something. However, Judge Beryl Howell wasn't having it. She ruled that this tactic is no longer valid because the U.S. Department of Justice itself publicly acknowledged back in 1993 that Tinubu was under investigation. That acknowledgement came in the form of an affidavit submitted by DOJ official Kevin Moss during a forfeiture case. According to the document, Tinubu's U.S. bank accounts, holding over $1.4 million at the time, were being probed for suspected ties to heroin trafficking and money laundering schemes. And get this, not only were the FBI and DEA involved, but so was the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. Judge Howell slammed the agencies for trying to hide behind privacy exemptions when the cat was already out of the bag. She wrote, "The only valid public interest is one that focuses on the citizens' right to be informed about what their government is up to." Her decision means there's no more room for secrecy, at least not from the FBI and DEA. Both agencies must now search their archives and disclose any relevant records, potentially unearthing evidence that could spark global controversy. But wait, there's more. While the CIA also faced scrutiny in this case, the court allowed them to keep their secrets under wraps. The judge agreed with the agency's argument that releasing such information would jeopardize national security. So while we might finally learn what the FBI and DEA know, the CIA's role remains a mystery. For now, this isn't just old news resurfacing, it's a ticking time bomb. For decades, rumors and accusations have swirled around Tinubu, particularly claims linking him to narcotics proceeds and suspicious financial activities in the early 1990s. Back then, he was a rising political figure in Nigeria, but whispers of illicit wealth dogged his career. Despite repeated denials, these allegations never fully went away. And now, thanks to this court order, they are back with a vengeance. To understand why this matters beyond Nigeria, you need to look at the bigger picture. As reported by Reuters and Bloomberg, Nigeria plays a critical role in Africa's economy and geopolitics. It's one of the continent's largest oil producers and a key player in regional stability. Yet corruption scandals have plagued its leadership for years, undermining trust both domestically and internationally. If newly disclosed documents reveal wrongdoing, it could damage Tinubu's reputation on the world stage and raise questions about his fitness to lead. From a policy perspective, think tanks like the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, and Brookings Institution warn that corruption among top officials can destabilize nations. When leaders are embroiled in scandal, it erodes public confidence, weakens institutions, and opens the door for further abuse of power. That's especially dangerous in countries like Nigeria, where poverty and inequality remain persistent challenges. Meanwhile, geopolitical analysts at BBC, Al Jazeera, and CNN highlight another dimension: how this case fits into broader U.S.-Nigeria relations. The U.S. has long positioned itself as a champion of transparency and accountability worldwide. By forcing its own agencies to come clean, Washington sends a message, but whether that message helps or harms its relationship with Abuja remains to be seen. Back in 2022, leaked court documents hinted at Tinubu's involvement in drug trafficking and money laundering charges from 1993. At the time, he dismissed the allegations as politically motivated. But if the upcoming disclosures paint a different picture, it could reignite debates not just in Nigeria but across the globe. Imagine the ripple effects: protests, calls for resignation, even pressure from international bodies like the United Nations or World Bank. As the clock ticks toward May 2nd, the deadline set by the court for filing a joint status report, all eyes are on what happens next. Will the FBI and DEA comply fully? What will the released documents reveal? And how will Tinubu respond if damning evidence emerges? One thing is clear: this case has the potential to rewrite history, or at least our understanding of it. Whether you're watching from Lagos, London, or Los Angeles, stay tuned. Because when those records finally surface, the fallout could be felt far beyond Nigeria's borders. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this developing story. The truth is coming, and it's going to be explosive.